Hello and welcome to The Hero Spouse. I'm Kendra Ruth, here to answer one of your questions about marriage and midlife crisis. Today we have Julie. Julie has a bomb drop of May 2018 and a date of marriage of 1996. She is a boomerang who is a low energy wallower. She says, after over 4 years since bomb drop, my husband has stopped contacting me and our daughter on a daily basis. He's still living with his parents and he says he feels content there. He says it doesn't matter if we love him, as there are lots of people that care for him. He says it doesn't matter if we love him. He then refers to a CrossFit class that he coaches and how the people he coaches care for him. I let him know that we love him, and anytime he wants to come and lean in, we're here to support him. He says he doesn't come home because there's too much missing. I'm assuming he means the lack of connection, although he won't allow any connection. He seems to be pushing for divorce, but for me to initiate it. He wanted to come home, but now I'm not sure. He says he doesn't hate me, but he doesn't seem to feel much for me at all. He is a shell of his former self, and he's as depressed as I've ever seen him. I'm starting to lose hope. Well, I'm glad you said he's a low-energy wallower, because I was going to tell you he's a low-energy wallower. And as you said, you know the answer to what's going on. He's depressed. He is depressed as I've ever seen him, you said. He is stuck in a serious clinical depression. That's what appears to me. And he probably won't get help for it. He's at his parents'. So I do wonder how much influence you have in the sense of, have you seen a doctor? You seem really depressed, and I'm worried about you. He might monster at that. He might not. He might be accepting. Those that are not as high energy, it's been 4 years. He's wanted to come home, and there might not be an active alienator. He might be a little more open to that. Yeah, you don't have the right of wife, but you might not have lost the right of wife as fully as other situations right now. So you might have that influence, and you probably already know. If you haven't tried recently, just try. I'm worried about you. Have you seen somebody? You seem really depressed. It seems like you're feeling. So you say you assume that he doesn't come there. He's missing too much. You're assuming it's the lack of connection. But he's not putting in an effort. He's not going to put in an effort. He is going to expect it to happen. If things don't happen, if they aren't natural, then they aren't meant to be. That's his attitude. I'm not saying that's how it should be. They want everything to just fall into place. Love shouldn't be hard. Oh, come on. Marriage can be work. And marriage has ups and downs. Relationships don't just fall into place easily. We work on making them that way. When it seems like there's a flow in our relationship, it's because of the work we have put into it and are continuing to put into it. So when I say relationship is work, it doesn't mean it's hard labor that we grind through and don't enjoy. I'm saying you put an effort into making each other important. And he's not doing that, and he's not going to when he's depressed. Because for him, there's no point. And everything is going to be confirmation bias. He is going to confirm what he believed. It won't work because it's not working. I told you so. But when he's depressed, it's not going to work. That's the problem with it. He's going to see what he believes is true everywhere. And I think you know that. So your job, if you want to file for divorce, yeah, go ahead. If you don't need to, and I don't want to say happy or content, but you're going to continue standing, then do that. You just have to give him the time and the space and the prayers and the belief. But occasionally still say, I think it would be really helpful for you if you would just get some help. You'd be amazed at how it can make a difference. Oh, I don't want pharmaceuticals. Well, go to talk. I think you just need somebody to talk to then. It's okay. What's been shown is that when they use pharmaceuticals with talk therapy, that is the best. You combine them. Some will do one. Some will do the other. I would rather they at least do talk. than pharmaceuticals, because that's just leaning on a crutch and not figuring things out. But I want him to do something to get him up there. And for you, I want you to focus if you're focusing, you focus on yourself, of course, but if you're going to do any studying, research, what to do in this regarding the situation, is focus any research on dealing with depression, being the caregiver of somebody who's depressed, or how to deal with depression, understanding depression, that sort of books. Because, as you know, he's depressed, and he's a low energy wallower depressive. So that's where his midlife crisis lies, is in depression, is in it being so hopeless. He's not running from anything. He's just curling inward and curling up in a fetal ball and kind of rocking. And there's no point to life. People care for him enough. Everything is just good enough. He's content at his parents' house. I don't think it's content meaning a happy. I think it means it's not so bad that I need to exert enough energy to get over it, to get over that hump. It's livable, but it's living a half-life or less than a half-life. It's a shadow, and as you said, a shell, but he has vital signs. And if he has vital signs, he can do it. So I want you to think about what you can do for just believing in him. That's the kind of influence we're going to give. You're going to influence him with believing in him, giving him space as he needs it, but also not leaving him completely alone. He needs to know that he still has some cheerleaders there. Okay? I hope this was helpful. I'll see everybody in the next question.